Might go live just right now. Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. Let's do it again. Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. We welcome you to this special presentation of Friday Night Ice. Actually, let me redo that again. Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York, we welcome you to this presentation of Friday Night Ice on LI Sports Network. It's a freshman showdown between the Middle Country Cougars and the Northport Huntington Tigers as the two teams meet up once again for a late season clash on a day where there won't be any kidding around among these two squads. Mike Calandra here, ready to bring you the action. Dylan Flynn right next to me, delivering you the pictures right in front of your very eyes. Yes, as I mentioned before, the two teams play each other once, and they will definitely be awake for this one from beginning to end. They get their reps and warm-ups before the puck drops. Middle Country enters this contest with a record of 6-13, while the Northport Huntington Tigers are just on the outside of that 8th spot for the freshman playoff standings. Currently sitting in 10th, entering this matchup with a record of 7-11. And although a win for them would be big here tonight, it may not be enough for them to knock off the St. John Braves, who have the deciding chance of knocking off the PatMed Raiders, who currently hold that lucrative 8th place spot in the freshman standings, the final spot for a team to clinch the playoffs in 2022, and both teams will meet at their respective benches to strategize before we get these first 15 minutes of play underway. As I mentioned before, the two teams delivered with an exciting battle to the end back on October 27th, which saw the Cougars of Middle Country hold off the Tigers in a close affair by a final of 4-3. But now the question remains, what's going to happen tonight in this latest chapter of this late season rivalry? Joseph Caruso, who had a hat trick last week in the Tigers' emphatic win over the West Islip Lions, which saw two Northport players, one of them being Caruso, who I just named right now, and another one going home with hat tricks. And we get this contest underway with Caruso stick handling in the zone. Wheeling his way past one, dangling past two, and almost finishing strong right there for what would have been a spectacular goal right off the opening draw. Middle Country trying to take aim the other direction. This one gets chipped out of play. And Middle Country, as I mentioned before, this is a matchup they would love to win, having bragging rights over Northport heading into next season, owning that distinction of sweeping this Tigers team in the season series. Caruso on the steal got a chance. That one couldn't be finished well as one player lost an edge in front of the cage. Caruso winds with a drive, and this one got caught and blocked down right there for a beautiful stop. And right away we're seeing Middle Country's goaltending being manifested here in the early moments of the first, and now we get a penalty to go along with it. So it's Middle Country who commits the first penalty of the night. This will give Northport Huntington a chance to succeed on the power play, but it's a shorthanded opportunity the other way. Just misfiring for number 27 of Middle Country, Andrew Ionacone. Northport Huntington trying to counteract the other way and make an impact on the man advantage. And they do right there with the body being instilled by Justin Kahn on his opponent, one of the Middle Country defensemen. There's Kahn. He picked up 2 goals in that high-scoring affair against West Islip, in which the Lions were mowed down by the Tigers' offense. Here's Northport Huntington after the clear was made by Middle Country, and trying to take aim back in the zone for the Tigers is the offense. It's playing front. This one gets chipped wide of the net off the stick of Anthony Fusaro. Middle Country able to spike this one out of the zone, and it'll be chased in further. Trying to get there for the Cougars, Joseph Mikulich. Gets wrapped out of the zone carefully, and it'll be regathered by number 88, Eric DeAngelis. Kahn on the steal to the net, and it stays out. Keeping that one from going into the nets was the starting netminder, Michael Kraffa. Half a minute to go on the man advantage for Northport Huntington. Tigers trying to pick up their 7th power play goal of the season. Caruso, time running out, score! Right on cue, the Tigers answer first. One nothing Northport Huntington on the power play goal by Maddox Wool. Middle Country looking to answer the call as they trail the Tigers by a score of 1-0 here in the early moments of the first. Caruso trying to shake off his the defender for the Cougars. Middle Country having trouble keeping it in the zone as Caruso races back to grab it again, but he couldn't advance out of harm's way. Good pressure being instilled right here by the Cougars, but it's Northport Huntington who prevails and skates with ferocity out of the zone. Here comes Caruso with its angle. Caruso to the net, almost succeeding right there. He's had a few highlight reel beauties this season, and that one would have topped pretty much all of those goals he's scored thus far in the amount of games he's played for the Tigers this season. Teddy Murphy trying to pinch it down there. Caruso moving into a new location to try to steal it from the Cougars. He's got it on his stick. Caruso. Tie up right there between Murphy and a few of the Cougars as this one gets lifted out of the zone and it'll be chased down, and on the possession trying to get a hold of it for the Cougars was number 3, Nathan Kircher. One of the Tigers lost an edge right there trying to corral the puck on his stick. Now Caruso gets it back on his blade before dishing it ahead to that man Kahn. Kahn couldn't finagle his way by the defense. Coming late into the picture with some magical maneuvers was Aiden Shear. Heavy collision right there. As Kahn tries to work his way back in the zone. Middle Country attempting to defend their territory as Northport Huntington tries to reset cleanly. They're able to gain the zone once more, but Middle Country is able to wrap this one around the wall. Couldn't be cleared fully out on the keep made by Northport Huntington as the bodies continue to go crashing into the boards. Middle Country advancing ahead. Cougars on the attack, but not succeeding that time was Helbig. Chance from the top. That one was distributed to the other side in the zone and almost finished in front right there by number 9 of the Cougars, Salvatore Riccio. Icing called. And this will bring the face-off draw back in the Tigers zone. As I mentioned before, Maddox Wool in his 18th game of the season picks up his 3rd goal of the year. And how fittingly, the number he wears on the back of his jersey is the number of games he has now played for the Tigers freshman squad this season. 2-on-1 chance. Caruso, curl and drag attempt. Pad save and a cover up by Kraffa. And this will lead to another draw. And net all the way on the other end for the Northport Huntington Tigers is Aiden Kelly. This one gets swiped down low and it'll be regathered by McGee. McGee is able to push it along the half wall as the Tigers couldn't punch it right back the other way. Here's Caruso trying to handle business. He gets it onto the stick of his intended target, and the Tigers trying to progress forward as the Cougars get a hold of it again. Offsides being signaled here as the Tigers have to pull back. Here comes Middle Country. Dashing in with a chance and just misfiring, but not by much, was Andrew Iannacone. And this goes out of play, which ends that little sequence. Flipped off the boards, but back into the hands of the Cougars, who try to push back the other way. Haven't had success yet on the offensive front as they trail by a goal, courtesy of the one scored by Maddox Wool for the Tigers. Caruso trying to add another one to the board for Northport. Huntington as this one rings off the iron and nearly gets the best of Krafa. That close from it being Andrew Kerr's third goal of the season, which would have made it a 2-0 game here in the first. But the score remains the same how it's been for the last few minutes. Kahn trying to steal it back as this is played on the stick of Sherwood, who then gets it on the stick of his intended target, and then it's floated forward. And play is stopped. Roughing the call with head contact also being signaled by the official, as Joseph Mikulish is hit with the latest infraction for Middle Country. Northport Huntington trying to remain perfect on the power play units, and Mikulish will be spending a little more than 2 minutes in the box for that hit. The initial 2-minute penalty will be set by one of his teammates on his behalf, but Mikulish will remain in the sin bin for 10 more minutes due to the 2-10 ruling that was put on him by the official for the hit thrown in the neutral zone. Swiped across. That one couldn't be connected on the stick of Caruso. Caruso able to get it back, chips his way by Helbig and gets in the zone again. Caruso slamming on the brakes as he tries to look for a man open. Feeds it across. Chance from the top. Glove save made by Krafa, and that stops play. Cougars trying to lean in and steal it the other way. Tigers remaining cool in the process as Middle Country steals it back from them. Helbig controlling it, pushing back, curling the other way now, and he finds some room to escape ahead. Here's Helbig with a chance, and the save is made. And play has not stopped after that lengthy cover-up by Kelly. Helbig, and he got denied tremendously by Aiden Kelly. A magnificent pad stop by Kelly to deny Helbig in tight. And it keeps the Tigers out in front as they try to kill off the remaining 10 seconds here on this power play. And they'll head to the penalty box as a result of that hit. So with 8 seconds remaining on the power play, the Northport Huntington Tigers will go to the penalty kill. But the man who's got the only goal so far in this contest, sitting for 2. And we'll wait to see if there will be another one added here due to the nature of how physical the hit was. And by all evidence, Northport Huntington's Maddox Wool is hit with a 2 and 10. So both him and Mikulich of the Middle Country Cougars are going to be missing a lot of ice time. This one's tossed on net, and it'll be covered up safely right there by Kelly with 1.5 minutes remaining on the man advantage for Middle Country. And we'll wait to see how the Cougars do on this advantage. On this 5-on-4 advantage, they entered this contest only succeeding twice on the man advantage. One is connected on the stick of DeAngelis. DeAngelis seeing what's up ahead. He angles it on the stick of Helbig, and then it's tossed with aggression right there. Now DeAngelis has to get on his horse and get back to it before Caruso can. Nice play right there to escape the clenches of the Tigers by number 46, Steven Graziano. Slams back in the zone as more precious time on the Cougars' power play begins to run out. Helbig in the neutral zone. He's got DeAngelis in the trailer. There he is. DeAngelis tried to shake his way by to a scoring opportunity, as McGee inadvertently gets run into by the linesman along the corner boards. And this results in another clear for the Tigers. DeAngelis got it onto the stick of Helbig, and then it'll be carried in further. Iannacone, and offsides is called. Two and a half remaining in the opening frame. About 5 seconds left on the man advantage for Middle Country. Northport Huntington getting back one player as the other will remain in the box for the rest of the time. Oh my goodness, a near beautiful individual effort finished strong by Shearwood is denied by Kraffa. Another chance from the top, and this one gets redirected wide off the stick in front by Kahn. Kahn steals it back. Kahn looking for a room in the slot, dishes it on the stick of his defenseman who just misfired there, Andrew Kerr. McGee trying to dance his way out of the zone. He got picked off by Murphy with a chance, and the save is made by Kraffa again, which stops play. 1:50 to go in the first. Sherwood winds with a drive, and this one skips wide of the cage. Kerr with the keep. Kahn with a dangle, got it in front. Murphy nearly touched it home. And the save was made by Kraffa again as he was able to shut the door on the Tigers forward. Kahn with another chance. Just whistled that one wide, and the rebound almost got found at the side of the cage. But luckily, a blocking stick provided by one of the Cougars negated that scoring opportunity. But it will cost them as McGee is hit with a tripping penalty, and the Cougars will spend the rest of this period trying to kill off the latest Tigers power play. Back at the point, Northport Huntington working at the top. Chance on target, and the fluttering shot is caught again in the glove hand of Kraffa. Swung down low. DeAngelis trying to lean in and grab it. As it gets taken back by the Tigers. Caruso almost connecting with his intended target. DeAngelis trying to power ahead as we've reached the final 45, or the final 40 seconds in this case of the first. Going to be launched out of the zone fully by Northport Huntington. Another big collision in the neutral zone. Drive right there from distance, nearly catching Kraffa by surprise as he was able to hold on to make the stop. Another clear is made by the Cougars against the Tigers. Caruso with speed, charging behind his goal and making his way through the neutral zone, unhinged. Caruso all the way! Rebound, save, another stop by Kraffa to deny the Tigers late in the first. And it's an exciting conclusion to the opening frame. 1-0 to score, Tigers on top. Second period has just begun, and it'll start with 35 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Northport Huntington, and they almost succeed again. And there's a second chance that just misfires for Sherwood as Murphy tries to truck his way through to an offensive chance. Went in front, almost connecting beautifully right there for Northport Huntington at the side of the net was number 12, Jack Smith, and the save is made again by Kraffa. Kraffa, nearly perfect in net for the Cougars, stopping all but one shot, as he's 4 for 5 in between the pipes tonight. Kerr backhands this one to the other side. Murphy moving into a different location to try to receive it, and it's turned over instead to the Cougars. Kerr gets it back. Here's another chance for the Tigers. Kerr trying to make his way in the zone as he's got Murphy behind, throwing it on net, and a near disastrous play by Kraffa almost results in a goal score! It's Andrew Kerr with a blast from the top that skips on through the screen and gets into the back of the net, and it's 2-0. So 2-0 the score is Andrew Kerr puts the Tigers up by 2 with an early period goal here in the second. Kerr now has his 3rd goal of the season. So both goal scorers for the Tigers picking up their 3rd goals of the season here in their late season game appearance. For Kerr, it's his 16th game of the season, while, as I mentioned before, Wool starting in his 18th, or is in the lineup for his 18th game. Tigers trying to maneuver their way to another goal here. Here's Sherwood, muscled into the wall right there. McGee trying to win it back for the Cougars. Joseph Caruso scores! He will not be denied. 3-0. Team leading 24th goal of the season for Caruso. And it nearly became back to, or did that one sneak through? No, it didn't. It looked like they were celebrating a goal right there, but may have just been strategizing in a blink of time. And here comes Ionacona trying to lead it in front and almost connecting with his receiver right there in front of the nets. Here comes Kahn the other way. Kahn with speed. Kahn slamming on the brakes, trying to feather it across to no avail as the Cougars are able to stave off the Tigers. But they're not going to go down without a fight. As you see, Ionacona trying to provide some of the muscle for the offense. This one gets spiked out of the zone once more. DeAngelis racing back with a head full of steam to grab it again. He sauces this one ahead. Kahn nearly picked it off, but it hopped over his stick and it finds the end boards where it's played around the wall. Cougars make the keep as everyone begins to converge along the glass, trying to dig it free. Ionacona is there, trying to get a hold of it. DeAngelis has to lean in and keep it on his stick before sending it ahead as Demetrio tries to flip it back in the other zone. Or Dionorfio in this case. Led ahead, Kahn spins off the defender. Kahn with a chance. Save made by Kraffa. Kahn trying to win it back on his stick as this gets stolen away by Ionacona. Ionacona forced wide, drops it No look practically, almost connecting with his intended target, who was waiting for the feed to come to him. Here comes Kerr, the latest goal scorer, or one of the latest goal scorers, entering off sides. And that will stop play with 10:51 to go. Joseph Caruso, through 17 games played, has scored 24 goals and registered 34 points. Fusaro with Shiri. Got it in front, and that one hit the outside of the cage. So Middle Country surviving right there for now, but it's the Cougars, or pardon me, the Tigers, trying to steal it back. This one got bounced around in the zone. It'll be flipped across by Caruso, and Northport Huntington struggling there to enter the zone as McGee flings it ahead, but it couldn't connect on the stick of Braden Arbocus. Caruso racing in there to try to get it back as this one gets flipped out of the zone. It'll be carried in further. Here comes Helbig, knocked into the end boards as he tried to fight off the Tigers player that was pounding him down, and the referees are discussing whether this is going to be something else instead of a power play, but all signs are pointing to a 2-minute advantage for the Cougars, as Patrick Schmidt will sit for 2 minutes due to hooking. Middle Country with another chance on the man advantage to get themselves on the board. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second. Angled across, but couldn't be connected right there in the slot by Iona Cone, as this one gets chipped off the wall by Murphy. Kahn racing in against DeAngelis to try to steal it from him. He's got it. Kahn with a release, just misfiring over the net. McGee got met right there by Kahn. Here comes Middle Country. Iona Cone with a drive, and this one just slipped wide of the net. One player took a seat to the ice, courtesy of losing his own edge. That was Murphy. He's back up on his feet as the Cougars play catch in their own zone. Played across, and it'll be carried in back into Tiger territory by DeAngelis. DeAngelis, one of the many PAL products that this Middle Country Cougars roster contains. They've assembled a very skilled and talented roster, but here tonight they have struggled to find the back of the net. DeAngelis couldn't get a hold of it as Kahn was able to sidestep the hit attempt from DeAngelis. And Murphy coming in there, trying to get it again as this one gets cleared out of the zone by the Cougars. Caruso racing back to recollect. Caruso and a high tail out of the zone and push back into familiar territory. Caruso with a heave, rebound, and this one just got feathered wide as Joseph Caruso almost picked up his second of the night. McGee observing. McGee tried to lay it ahead as Caruso makes the intercept. Caruso knocked down by McGee. No penalty called here. Sherry trying to contain it inside the corner board, or Shear trying to contain it in the corner boards. Back in front, and it nearly pinballs in on the bank shot attempt by Shear. Middle Country trying to advance in the Cougar zone or in the Tiger zone as Northport Huntington moves back in. Shear to the net. Just misfiring. May have gotten a piece of Krapfa in the process. DeAngelis had trouble clearing that one behind the goal. This time he's able to exit the zone, or exit the puck out of the zone. Trying to chase it down was McGee. Here comes Helbig. Helbig avoids disaster right there. Tried to spring it across to McGee. We're seeing a little bit of confusion in front of the Cougars bench. Now DeAngelis will spring back and regather it. Plays it off the wall to Iannacone. Pardon me, not Iannacone, but number 14, Ryan McMillan. Here's another chance. Fusaro scores. Northport Huntington Tigers make it 4-0. Anthony Fusaro. And with a new goal scorer comes a new goalie. With Northport Huntington just seconds after succeeding for the 4th time tonight, have made the switch in net, bringing in Bowden Rudloff for Aiden Kelly. And we'll see if this strategy pays off for head coach Mark Owen, who is looking to keep his team out in front against a resilient Cougars squad, who is trying to find the back of the net here in the second. Clock winding down minute by minute. Kahn almost wheeling and dealing his way to the goal. Sherwood almost touching that one home, and it's kept out emphatically by Krapfa. And there will be penalties being distributed here by the officials as a result of the save, the latest by Michael Krapfa. He has stopped 8 of 12 shots faced here tonight. So Kevin Sherwood in the box after the events that transpired following the save from Krapfa. So Northport Huntington will have to do their job at killing off this latest power play that the Cougars have been rewarded with. McMillan with the keep along the half wall, delivered it across. Drive, just missing wide from the top by Miklish. Miklish back on the ice after committing the 2-10 roughing penalty back in the first period. This one gets sauced out. Kahn gonna take his time and wait for the Cougars to try to make a mistake or cough it up. But that will not happen as this one gets carried in safely by DeAngelis with a toss on net, nearly getting the best of Rudloff. So that's his first save of the night after coming in for Aiden Kelly. Tossed on net, and another save is registered by Krapfa. Tigers trying to keep it in their control. This is a chance almost erupting for the Cougars, but it got blocked, and this results in a chance the other way for Caruso. Caruso couldn't lead it ahead as he tried to finagle his way on the wide wing. Caruso flips this one in deep. Wall moves down low to try to grab it. Cougars having trouble swiping this one out of harm's way, but now it's McGee who handles business. Able to clear this one out of the zone, and it won't reach the end board, so Northport Huntington not getting the benefit of the doubt of a possible face-off in a new location. Iannacone nearly connecting in front. Poke check play made by Rugloff. Rebound. Another chance denied. Bowden Rudloff keeping the Cougars at bay. Middle Country swarming the zone again. Iannacone with a chance, and a blistering shot just misfires. Iannacone back in front. Big save made by Bowden Rudloff, and play is stopped. Keen eye awareness from Rudloff as he read the setup with that pad stop in front of the nets. Mikulich wraps this one all around the wall. It'll be carried back in by the Cougars. Helbig with a dangle. Got it across. Almost finishing strong right there was Michael Riley. Hard battling behind the cage occurring right there between the Cougars and Tigers as Caruso pulls the puck on his string, lines with a drive that just misfires. Riley able to push out of the zone as Helbig couldn't get a hold of that, and this results in icing. .205 to go here in the second. Helbig nearly sets up the Cougars for their first of the night as he slipped by the check and got himself free to set up a pass in front that couldn't be finished home. DeAngelis on the draw. Backhands one just wide of the net. Robert McGee chips this one back. Another nasty collision inside the zone. Both combatants back up on their feet as we remain 5 aside on the ice. Mikulich. Offside's called. Sorrow, the man who's scored the latest goal of the contest, is back for more, sending that one into the glove of Krafa. Inch by inch, the clock periodically stops. This one gets sent down low. Kahn back in front. Shear couldn't finish that one home. DeAngelis cleared it out as Kerr dances his way almost fully into the zone. DeAngelis on the cough up by the Tigers. DeAngelis has got help in the trailers. This one gets sent off the end boards. Final 40 seconds of play here in the second. Tigers. Kahn got it ahead. Having trouble advancing out of the zone. Shear coming into the picture with Kahn. Here's Shear trying to break away to the net as Kahn just flung it wide. Kahn in front. Save, rebounds, juggling around. And the save is made by Michael Krapfa. With 3.6 to go, 4-0 the score. And Michael Krapfa, despite the score being 4-0, with the advantage to the Tigers, has been putting on a clinic in net for the Cougars. That ends the second. Will we see a different story unfold in the third? We'll find out after this short break. 4-0 Tigers up front. It should be noted in the previous matchup back on October 27th, the Cougars were trailing against the Tigers heading into the third period, which saw Andrew Ionacone put his team emphatically in front with back-to-back unanswered goals. One of them being a shorthanded game winner with 5 minutes left in the third period back on October 27th. And we'll find out in the next 14 minutes or so if the Cougars can duplicate that performance here in the third period. Right now they trail by 4, backed by some great goaltending in net from Michael Krapfa. Caruso, fadeaway chance. That one got a piece of Krapfa with the blocker. Wohl trying to rip one home to no avail, got blocked in front. Sherwood making some contacts right there as Schmidt tries to grab it safely, instead intercepts and throws the check right there, and Schmidt tries to lay it ahead, but it's intercepted by Miklish. Caruso Back in the zone. Caruso shakes by one. Gets to the net. He scores! Deuces are wild for Joseph Caruso, and he's going to gritty all the way to the neutral zone. Middle Country in trouble again. Khan, Fusaro on the wing. Khan scores. This one just squeaked under the arm of Kraffa for Justin Kahn, as he too picks up his second goal of the contest. Actually, I think he only has one. There's a scoring error. Caruso is evidently having another tremendous game on the offensive front. He's having another tremendous game on the scoring front. This one nearly got touched home right there by Fusaro. As Khan twirls this one back the other way. Icing waved off here. As Middle Country attempts to skate further out of harm's way. Back in the neutral zone they come. Helmbig nearly running into traffic right there as this chance trickles wide off the arm of Rudloff, and back with it on his stick comes Khan. Khan in the zone, but a chance, scored. Roof job by Justin Khan. Number 13 and 14 from Khan. And he now has reached the 21-point plateau for his freshman season. More importantly, this game has been blown wide open by the Tigers. Caruso lays it in front, and shutting the door right there beautifully was Michael Kraffa. Sherwood having trouble connecting right there, and if there's one man on the ice that would love to score, it's that man right there, Kevin Sherwood, who just gained a newborn cousin recently by the name of Jackson Hope. So shout out to the young man who perhaps could follow Sherwood in the shadows by becoming the next family hockey player. But for now, he's going to enjoy his older cousin's playing days from afar. DeAngelis. Penalty called here, and it's going against Northport Huntington. 10.5 to go. Obviously a different story compared to the one we saw back on October 27th. which saw the Cougars winning in a big way over the Tigers late in regulation, backed by 2 unanswered goals, a game-winning shorthander by Andrew Iannacone. Here tonight, it's been all about Northport Huntington and their relentless offense, led by Joseph Caruso and the man who just picked up the last 2 goals for the Tigers, Justin Kahn. They'll improve their record to 8-11 when this thing is all said and done. But the way things are shaping up in the race for that final 8th playoff spot, the time has run out for the Tigers to squeak their way into the picture, as tomorrow may go down as one of the most incredible games of the freshman season, with 8th place possibly up for grabs in what is being billed as a tie-breaking showdown between the PadMed Raiders and the St. John Braves. If you're not familiar with those 2 teams, then go back all the way to the 3rd week of October and take a look for yourself, because there was plenty of action both on the scoring front and in all other departments. And we can't wait to deliver you that exciting matchup tomorrow night right here on the LI Sports Network. I'll be there to call that game, and we'll definitely be having plenty of great hockey to show you. Not only just that game will be happening, what also will be taking place that night is a very motivated and angry Half Hollow Hills Hornets team who is looking to bounce back from a shocking loss at the hands of the Warriors when they take on the 2nd place Ward Melville Patriots. And then the nightcap at the moment is scheduled between the St. Anthony's Friars and that same St. John Warriors team who came close to upstaging the Friars in a close back-and-forth affair last Saturday, but ended up with a glorious victory on Monday over the Hornets in the dying seconds of the 3rd. Helbig to the net, taken down. Penalty not called here as the net came off its moorings. So the Tigers remain in the driver's seat, up by a lot. So those are the freshman trends for what's going to go down as an amazing finish to the 2021-2022 season. We know that Smithtown Hauppauge is going to be hungry, wanting to avenge the loss they took at the hands of the Hornets against whichever opponents they go up against in the playoffs. Right now, they're positioned in 3rd, which means they could possibly meet the Warriors or the Chiefs of East Islip. But I think all signs are pointing to the Bulls wanting more than just 3rd place. They want 2nd place as the Tigers put up another one on the board. And we've reached the running clock phase of our matchup here tonight. Obviously not the performance that these fans on the Middle Country side wanted to see, but they're going to be happy with their players regardless, who showed a lot of heart and a lot of emotion in this matchup. Most notably, Michael Kraffa, who has displayed some good goaltending here tonight, despite the score that's being shown. Stopping 11 shots on 19 shots faced. Andrew Kerr in the box, but the power play will not matter due to the clock continuously running down. So as I mentioned before, Northport Huntington, they will pick up their 8th victory of the season. However, with what's left for them, which is tomorrow night's matchup against the Kings Park Comac Knights Black Squad, is not going to be enough to overtake Sachem, or better yet, Pat Med, for that lucrative 8th spot. As I mentioned before, tomorrow night it will go down as the tiebreaker between the Sachem Braves and the Pat Med Raiders. It'll be an exhilarating battle from beginning to end. We can't wait to deliver you the action when it comes. And the same can be said for the JV division. We have plenty of incredible storylines waiting to unfold once the playoffs begin in the coming weeks. Some names you'll see tomorrow night that are going to be showcasing at an ultimate level. Well, let's just talk about 2 of the names you're going to be seeing all over the ice tomorrow night in that Sachem Braves Pat Med Raiders game. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape and decipher and really delve into the 2 guys that are going to be making the most impact for their respective squads in that freshman barn burner, which is very much expected. Sachem Braves Kevin Lyosher, the front runner for the goal scoring crown and possibly the MVP of the freshman season, enters tomorrow night's matchup, his 12th game of the season, with 41 goals under his belt and a league high 52 points. While the other man that I'm going to mention is someone that you could say could be one of the pioneers for the Pat Med Raiders when the time comes for them to make their debut at the varsity level. Alexander Gapinoff, Suffolk PAL product, has shown utmost strength, confidence, and amazingness when he has the puck on his stick. While the numbers don't compare to Kevin Lyosher, the game itself, what he resembles on the ice, says otherwise. 21 goals, 32 points. Yes, those are not astronomical numbers compared to Lyosher, but those lead his team, which is enough for him to be happy about. But I think another thing that Gapinoff cares about is trying to get that last mighty victory to stamp the Raiders in the playoffs. Make no mistake, it's going to be tough for them. Just looking back on that one and only matchup they had against that same very aggressive and explosive St. John Braves offense when they lost to them by a final of 12. Yes, 12-7. Which, as I mentioned, saw a high-scoring back-and-forth affair with Kevin Lyosha shining in the spotlight with one of the more unbelievable performances you'll ever see in high school hockey play ever. Those 41 goals that he's tallied in 11 games played this season, just a quarter of those goals came from that one matchup against the St. John Braves. If you need a refresher, you can either go to Instagram and see the highlights yourself, or you can go on YouTube where you can rewatch the game in its full, glorious entirety. It's April Fool's Day, but here on April 1st, the Northport Huntington Tigers were not joking around whatsoever against this Middle Country Cougars squad, picking up their 8th victory of the season in a goaltending tandem performance backed by relentless offensive goals and more. Celebrations and congratulatories are underway as the two teams meet at center ice. And that'll do it for my job here tonight. It's coming up right around the corner. JV hockey doubleheader right here on Friday Night Ice to end the evening. Yes, this is no April Fool's joke. I am saying goodbye right here, right now, tonight. But I will be back here tomorrow night. An exciting night in sports. Final Four, WrestleMania Night 1. And most importantly, freshman hockey on the island. Michael Andrew, Dylan Flynn, and Vinny Matul is here at the party too. See you tomorrow night. Good night. Goodbye.